Okay, so hello everybody. I'm Timothy Trahan. I'm running for secretary. I just want to start off with a little bit of background about myself, and then also after that I'll move on to some of the reasons why I'm running. I'm from Texas. I've been here in Japan for since 2002, actually, so about 9 years. Actually, I've had a chance to help out the Democrats in Japan before with the Kerry campaign. I was helping with some fundraising then. Also, I've been able to help a little bit with this summer as well, volunteering at the American Friendship Day at the embassy. I guess all of my friends back in Texas are staunch Democrats. I have some friends who are having the Obama house parties and things like that. We helped get some Democratic judges elected in our hometown as well. So yeah, I'm very much Austin, Texas. Yeah.
She's a Texan.
Yeah.
You should involve Democrats.
Yeah. That's where we keep the Democrats. Yeah.
From Austin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So that's a little bit about myself. I have a little bit of extra time to spend to volunteer with the Democrats, and as far as why I'm interested in helping out more as secretary is that I'm interested in helping other Democrats in Japan become more involved with politics back home, make sure that they have a voice, similar things that Chris and Linda have mentioned. And I also think that it's important for all Americans to really make sure that they participate in democracy. Otherwise, things kind of, the leaders end up going directions that you might not expect or want, things like that. So, yeah. I think that's all I wanted to say, but any questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What exactly does the secretary do?
Sure. Yeah, my understanding of the secretary's role is that we're in charge of communicating with membership, and also making sure that all of the minutes are preserved, and these kinds of documents, communication is efficient and fluid with the membership here in Japan, and then also acting as an interface with international leadership for Democrats abroad in providing membership information, or how many members we have, things like this. Yeah.
What sort of communication would
That's a good question. Yeah, I don't have the practical experience to be able to answer that.
And Linda mentioned also communicating and speaking on the phone, it sounded like. And I don't recall ever getting a phone call from Democrats.
If you don't mind, can I take some of your
time?
time?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Yeah. As the
just going to count against his 10 minutes.
Okay. The communication by phone comes primarily when you're trying to update the database, and that is one of the primary jobs as secretary, is taking the minutes of the meetings, but also keeping the database in order. And you'll find over time, as people come and go, they rarely think about changing their status at Democrats Abroad Japan. So we get these updates from International that says, you have all these emails that are bouncing back, please check. So you go through a process of, first contacting them by email, telephoning them, and then if you still can't reach them, then you send them a letter. But the other kinds of communication is any kind of communication, like from the chair, is also oftentimes submitted by the secretary, because it's the secretary and the chair primarily who have access to the database. Because of privacy issues, it's not open to just anyone. So anytime the chair wants to send something out, either the chair or the secretary will do so. And there's occasionally just like little updates that the membership needs to know, like even sending the minutes out sometimes, just saying, okay, the minutes are posted on the website. If you're interested, please go and have a look. Okay.
I have a question. Is there like a website person, or is that the secretary? Is that?
Right now, if you're talking about the Democrats Abroad Japan website, it's primarily organized by Chris and Lauren. So the way it is now, like I send the minutes to Lauren, and then she posts them on the website.
But I'm happy to turn that over very, very soon.
Yes.
About your
John Kerry fundraising stuff. Can you get into a bit more detail about that? Like, what did that entail?
Yeah, it was a while ago, of course. And actually, there was a concert benefit that was being held someplace nearby here, actually. Yeah. And I was actually helping to find people who could sponsor or buy tickets, essentially, to it, which were about 3,000 yen per person. The money was going to some part of the campaign. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Do you want to talk for 4 more minutes?
No, that's okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
Does the secretary typically go to those international meetings? No.
My understanding is that it's optional.
They can, but they don't have a vote.
I recommend anyone who can go, and members can go too. I recommend anyone who can go, try to go to one, because it's really amazing meeting Democrats Abroad members from all over the world. But it is expensive, and we realize that. So anyone, any member, any good member in good standing can also be on a conference call listening to it, or they can follow up and watch videos after or whatever. But there's no requirement. The requirement is for either the chair, the request is the chair and vice chair go. The requirement is that one of the two people go, and if our country committee misses if we miss 3 meetings in a row, we lose our vote until we attend again in person or on the conference call. So somebody has to be on for each meeting.
How frequent are these meetings?
They're supposed to only be once a year. However, this last year there were 2 global meetings. One was in Seoul and one just recently happened in Washington, D.C. But it was quite controversial that a second meeting happened because it wasn't supposed to happen this year, but it did.
Yeah, let me say, as a member who went to the Seoul meeting, it was very, very interesting to see the procedural workings of the of the organization. But it was also nice to just be able to meet people that you may have heard about, and so now I have faces for a lot of the people that that I've read about or heard about in DA International. So, okay, is that it?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.